Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we are doing a how to create and get the best long-lasting matte look, and this is it here. This is something that I've been doing for the past few weeks, and I find that since I've kind of changed up my products and the steps I use or the steps I take to get matte skin, that this is really just worked so well for me and has really kept my oiliness down, has kept the shine away for a lot longer. Obviously I still get a little bit of oil, but it's nothing compared to before I started using these products and doing these steps a certain way. So if you want to see how to create the perfect and most matte foundation look, just keep watching. Alright, so the first step that I always take to make sure that my skin looks matte for as long as possible is the primer. And I've been really loving this primer just because it really has helped keep my skin matte. Other primers that I've used really haven't done the job well. And this just really makes my foundation go on really nice, and it also keeps my oily skin from getting super oily throughout the day. It keeps it matte, basically. So this is the one I use. And it is the Veil Mineral Primer. It is oil-free and has broad spectrum SPF 15, which is always great. And this has no like flashback or anything like that, which is awesome. And it is from Hourglass. So this is like my go-to primer these days. This and one other primer that I really like, but this is my main one that I really notice a difference in my skin that makes it matte and oil-free. So that's my first step, and I just put a little, just one little squirt on my fingertips, and then I just kind of, massage it in. And I really get around the T-zone and really make sure it's nice and like packed onto the skin. Alright, the next thing I use is a matte foundation. This is key. You do not want to use a foundation that is glowy or has shimmer or any type of sheen to it. You want something that's super matte and that does not have any kind of glow, because that is the opposite of what you want, especially if you have oily skin. You're gonna get that glow more than likely just from having oily skin throughout the day. So this is the one I use, and it is my favorite one so far for having super matte skin, and it is the new Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. It is in the color Y245. That's my shade, and that's a little bit more yellow because my skin tone is a little bit more yellowy. So that's what I use. And then this is the newer formula, which is amazing. I had the older formula, and I just find that this formula is amazing. And it really helps keep my skin matte, which is what I want. So that's what I'm using today, and pretty much what I want whenever I know I'm going to be needing a super full matte foundation look for the day. So I'm just taking my Morphe M439. This is my favorite foundation brush as well, just letting y'all know. And I'm just, dipping it into that foundation, and I'm gonna put it all over my skin. And then now this, if you have, any acne scarring, any pigmentation, anything like that that you want to cover up, this is also a really good foundation for that, because you can just build the coverage and kind of leave the other parts of your face that are a little bit untouched with less coverage, and it still looks really, really nice. So that's what I'm going to do, is just kind of touch up on the little spots that I know I need a little bit more coverage. Alright, so now that that's done, I also went ahead and contoured my face. Contour with a cream contour. I just like it a little bit better. And then I go ahead and set it with a powder contour afterwards. But first, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face. And I'm using the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer from Too Faced, which is a really good matte concealer, but it doesn't look like it's dry on your face, if you know what I mean. Because some concealers, like the Shape Tape, it's really good coverage, very matte, but it does make your under your eyes look a little bit more dry than you would like. You want it to look matte, but you don't want it to look too dry, if you get what I mean. So this one's a really good concealer for that, and also the Makeup Revolution, but I feel like this one just has a little bit better, it looks a little bit better under the eye. So we're gonna use that one, and we are using the color Light Beige. So that's that, and then we're gonna go ahead and set everything, which is, I feel like, the key to keeping a matte face all day. All right, now, so the next thing I do is set my highlight, and to keep, you know, those points of my face nice and matte, I go ahead and set it with the Dermablend Professional Loose Setting Powder, which is the translucent color as well, and this is just like one of the best setting powders ever. I started using this to just set my whole face, and it really kept it matte, and it brightened up under my eyes as well. I really love this powder. The other one that I really love as well, but I ran out, is the ColourPop Translucent Powder. That one does a really good job as well, and it's only like, it's like half what this costs, so you know, you get to pick and choose. But this is the one I'm using today, and I really, really like it. Now, because I am going to use a different powder to set the entire face, I'm only using this to set the highlights of my face, and the rest will be set with a different powder. But this would work really great just to set my whole face as well, just because it is a translucent powder and it does really settle nicely into the skin. But I'm just going to use a different one. Now to set my contour, we are going to use the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I always like to just lightly set my contour, because I don't really need it to go darker, because I like how this looks. I just kind of want it to set and make it, you know, just more long lasting on my face. I don't really want it to be darker. But powder really does help to keep everything nice and matte. And a little bit down my nose. Alright, so I'm going to just take that brush and wipe off the excess of my highlight. And as you can see, we're already getting that nice matte look to our face, to my face, whatever you want to say. And now to set the rest of my face, I'm using the Studio Mac Fix powder in Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation in NC35. And I'm just taking a big powder blush, or yeah, powder brush, and just, you know, going over everywhere that I need to kind of just set and blend everything in as well. And I don't need a lot. I'm just kind of just patting it in and bringing it down my neck a little bit too, just to make sure everything's nice and blended. So we have like a nice matte face going on, and this is pretty much, you know, the basic steps to get a nice matte look. Alright guys, so I quickly, you know, did my eye look and all that. If you want to see a tutorial on this eye look, I'm going to be posting one up later, but to finish off the face and just, you know, help keep it matte, I do use a setting spray, and I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And it says it's a micro fine mist, sets liquid or powder makeup with a radiant finish. So it's not really like a dewy type of setting spray or anything like that, and it doesn't really say it's matte, but I find that when I use this setting spray, it really does help keep my makeup in place and really settles it nicely. So I'm just gonna spray that everywhere. Oh my gosh, and it smells so good. Like, if they made this into a perfume scent, I would wear this all the time because it just smells really, really great. Alright guys, so this is the finished look, and this is how I create my matte super stay long lasting makeup look. I have oily skin, as you know. I've always said this, and pretty much almost all of my videos I mention how oily my skin is, but when I use these products and these steps, I find that my makeup stays matte for a lot longer than any other kind of products that I would use or any other steps that I would take. Setting my makeup with powder afterwards, my full face, which is something that I did not used to do, really makes a difference and really helps keep your face matte all day. So yeah, if you like this video, remember to hit like and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and hit that notification bell up top, and go ahead and, if you'd like, follow me on Instagram where I post, you know, daily photos and such things. So yeah, everything I use will be listed down below, and that's it. So I will see you guys later. Bye.